Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Henderson, Kentucky, where Ohio Valley League action pits the Henderson Flash against the Full Count Rhythm as we get a late start here. We arrived late at the venue here in Bill Heath Field inside Atkinson Park in Henderson, Kentucky. Had about a 30-minute delay on the interstate that kept us from arriving in time to take batting practice and get things set up early. And apparently Henderson did not want to delay the game. Either that or the umpires didn't want to. I don't know. Home plate umpire standing right in front of me as a dance team is giving some entertainment here. And all right, well, while that happens, let's get you the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Full Count Rhythm with a record of 23-12, still in first place in the OVL. Head coach Josh Carmen, assisted by Jimmy Gamboa, Carson Howard, and Jonas Smithson. Leading off, playing right field, Nolan Sargent batting second, and is the DH is John Paul Head. Devin McCarron at shortstop hits third. Cleanup hitter Jake Merrick playing third base. Charlie Bozeman out in center field bats fifth. Aaron Beeman behind the plate batting sixth. The 7-hole hitter Parker Staborski playing left field tonight. Nate Webb at first base. He'll hit eighth, and Elijah Stockton bats ninth and plays second base. And on the mound for Full Count, Peyton Vaught, 6'2", 205-pound rising sophomore from Amelia, Virginia. Played at Virginia Military Institute last year and in the portal looking for a new opportunity. He will face the 17-16 Henderson Flash, coached by J.D. Arndt. He's assisted by Brandon Boxer, Cody Schultz, and Logan Haslam. Leading off for the Flash, Dane DeWeese playing center field. Batting second is the shortstop, Hunter Vaughn. Hitting in the 3-hole, third baseman Hayden Jones. Jackson Sparks out in left field, hits cleanup. Braden Gable in right field, batting fifth. Colton Evans bats sixth and play first base. Jackson Pruitt at second base, batting seventh. Andrew Lee behind the plate, hitting eighth. And Brendan Bergen is the DH tonight. He bat ninth, and on the mound, Evan Bloomer, who faced Full Count just 6 days ago, got the win in a 5-1 Henderson Flash victory. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned, walked 1, struck out 4. Got his first win of the year. As the starting lineups are being announced here at Henderson, Kentucky. The last week of the season, Full Count, of course, got rained out last night. Drove all the way to Fulton. The tarp was on the field at the time. It had rained probably about a half inch in the time that we were driving up there. And when we got there, no rain, took the tarp off, emptied it, and ended up getting the field ready. Had actually pushed the start time from 6:30 back to 7:30. And it was fine, actually, from 6:30 to 7:30. And then as soon as they had the mound meeting and right before the national anthem, the deluge came and Fulton could not get the tarp put on the field quick enough. And that caused the game to be canceled. It rained probably for about a half an hour. But it didn't even get the tarp over the home plate area and couldn't pull the big tarp over the home plate area far enough to even get it covered. So they decided to cancel it. So it was basically a drive up to Fulton, hang out for a couple hours, play on the tarp, doing some sliding practices, and then drive on back home. So an empty ball game yesterday, or the first full rain out. It will not be rescheduled. None of the games, as I understand, if they get rained out this week, will be rescheduled. The end of the regular season is Saturday. That'll be the last home game in the regular season for Full Count. Be taking on Paducah again. And the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate Appreciation Night. It'll be a great party there at Drake's Creek Park. So if you're in the area or you're planning the trip, make sure to be there early. Todd Hunley giving away gifts. The owner of Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, a generous man. And now it is national anthem time, so we will take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Back at home, Tim Ferguson says, play ball. Have someone throwing out the first pitch as they usually do here at Henderson. See this little guy fire one in there. Reed Reinhardt received that first pitch for the Henderson Flash. Nolan Sargent due to lead off here in the top of the first inning. Of course, Full Count was just here to play a doubleheader. One game was a makeup game for rain out earlier in the year, and Full Count lost game one to the Flash 5-1. Evan Bloomer, who's on the mound for Henderson tonight, is on the mound again. 6'5", 215-pound right-hander, sophomore at Lee University from Collierville, Tennessee, First Assembly Christian School. Brings it up there pretty good. This is his fourth appearance of the year. It's his second start, or his second in a row against Full Count. Went 6 innings in that game, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And his 13 innings of work this year, he has a 0.69 ERA. Full Count's going to have to solve him if they're going to get the victory here in the 9-inning contest. Last doubleheader with 2 7-inning contests. Full Count came back and won game 2 of the doubleheader 8-3. Blake Carter had him that day in the doubleheader. He had 6 hits. He went 4 for 4 in game 2. Drove in 2 runs, scored 1. On the day, he was 6 for 7 with 3 RBIs. Carter not in the lineup today.
For the Fulton County Rhythm, number 11, Nolan Sargent.
Sargent was 2 for 3 in the 5-1 loss back last Wednesday. Comes in hitting 193. And looks like we are about set for some baseball here in Henderson, Kentucky at Bill Heath Field. Game number 36 out of 39 now for the ground ball down the line. That's fair ball. And it will get into the corner. Sargent rounds first. He will cruise into second base. He'll slide just for the fun of it with a leadoff do-dat double.
Number 9, designated hitter, John Paul.
What are we doing here? Changing colors. I got my computer all messed up. It will not work. At that runner now at second base, John Paul Head stands in. John Paul swings at the first pitch. Lines one out to right field. Back goes Braden Gable. He won't get to that one. It's off the wall. Head's going to have to hustle. The throw is cut off, and a head first dive and back-to-back do-dat doubles have runners at second and third for the Rhythm. Nolan Sargent had to hold up to see if Gable was going to be able to catch that. And I'm not sure if he just took a bad track or not, but looked like if he'd have taken a couple steps to his left, he had it, but he went back instead. So 2 pitches, 2 do-dat doubles, and 2 in scoring position for Devin McCarron. Soon to be Mercer Bear from Chat State Community College. He swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Swings at a pitch again, and this is high and deep to right field. Back goes Gable, and that's gone. Devin McCarron goes Apotaka with a 3-run bomb. 4 pitches, 3 runs, 3 extra base hits. And the Framework Athletics first runs of the game come in on the 3-run home run by Devin McCarron. Count leads 3-0. Now Jake Merrick steps in. Rhythm wearing their red tops and white bottoms. Bloomer delivers low for ball 1 to Merrick. Everybody's gone to right field so far. Sargent pulled his double right down the line, and Merrick tries his shot down that right field line, but he goes foul. Whoops. 1 ball, 1 strike. I apologize. I'm having some computer issues, and I'm not really sure why. Trying to get it rectified here. Chopper to the shortstop. Hunter Vaughn charges gloves, and he's going to throw late. Jake Merrick gets the 4th straight hit of the ball game, and it's an infield single. And the first 4 have reached. Double by Nolan Sargent, double by John Paul Head, 3-run home run by Devin McCarron, and now an infield single by Jake Merrick. Charlie Bozeman with the pressure on to see if he can keep the ball rolling. First pitch to Bozeman, down low. Charlie from Samford University down in Birmingham, Alabama. He swings, pops this one out to center field, right center. Dane DeWeese over in the gap. He'll make the catch for out number 1. That'll be Aaron Beeman's turn. Aaron played his very first game of the year back on last Wednesday. He got the start in the 8-3 victory. Got a hit in his first plate appearance. He takes a called strike at the hollow of the knees. Beeman singled to left, drove in a run in the top of the first inning. Ended up driving in another run with a ground out, but it's been slim pickings for him since. There's another slider that's in there for a called strike. He's now down in the count 0-2. He's 1 for 11 now, playing in his 4th game. Runner at first base, going to be driven back on the soft toss from Bloomer. And Beeman swings and misses, so 3 pitches, and he's down. And now 2 outs. Parker Staborski, the 7-hole hitter, getting a bat here in the top of the first inning. Nolan Sargent picked up his 5th double of the year. Merrick leads, and there's going to be another ball to the right side, and it's going to hit off the lip and roll into right field. Merrick's going to get greedy and get over to third base. It was a slow roller to the right side between first baseman and second baseman. And now runners at first and third. That's the first non. That's not true. That's the second single after Merrick's infield single. So 2 doubles, a home run, 2 singles in the inning. And now Nate Webb will come to the plate. Good hustle there by Merrick, but 2 outs. He's running on the swing. Webb been quiet lately. Grounds one up the middle. Vaughn will glove and flip toss to Jackson Pruitt for the force out at second base. The Rhythm score 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning with a 3-0 lead. Take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
I think I've got all the computer issues fixed now. Hopefully so. I think my internet's working. Jay Myers Good study of the equation. I'm not following that. I think you're way too smart for me. I don't think that. I know it. Either that or, oh, Peyton Vaught throws one in the dirt. Umpire just getting the feel for behind the home plate, takes one right in the midsection. Thank you very much, Aaron Beeman. That's not how you like to start your half of the inning on defense. Rhythm, 8 batters came to the plate in the top of the first inning. First 4 reached, double by Sargent, double by John Paul Head, and then a 3-run homer. His second of the year, Devin McCarron deposits one over the right field fence. Jake Merrick with an infield single. Couple outs followed that. Parker Staborski with another single, but those 2 runners left aboard on a fielder's choice that ended the inning. Dane DeWeese, Hunter Vaughn, Hayden Jones to face Peyton Vaught out for his first inning. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Oh, I got you now. Solving the pitcher. That's true. Okay, now I got you. Fastball up to DeWeese, and Vaught missed with the first 2. Yeah, 3 runs in the top of the inning may not be solved yet. Henderson, pretty good hitting club. DeWeese, a late addition for Henderson. He takes a slider in there for a called strike. Started out hot, did DeWeese. He's playing in his 8th game. Cooled off a bit. Now he's down in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's from Swick, southwestern Illinois College. Ground ball to the right side. Get over Peyton Vaught. He's a little late getting there, but does just get there in time. Hesitated. Nate Webb with a nice play at first, and the throw to Vaught. The old catcher in me wants to yell out, "Get over!" I didn't hear anything to help remind those pitchers that have a lot on their mind. But a ground out to begin the bottom of the first. Left-handed hitting shortstop Hunter Vaughn takes a pitch outside, and Aaron Beeman lets it go right out of his glove and says, "I'll let the umpire pick it up." I'm not sure that's a good call. Trying to not allow the camera to focus on the net on that tight shot right here, and pretty much not focusing on anything, it looks like. As Vaught starts Vaughn out like he started DeWeese out, and that's 2 balls. 3-man umpiring crew here today. A 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled off. Wearing the number 00. You don't know whether to put that at the top of the roster or at the bottom. Is that 0 times 0 or is that 100? He's from Pensacola State, Campbellsville, Kentucky. Vaught has a sign and winds and delivers. Ground ball to second. Gloved by Elijah Stockton, and he throws on the run. Couple of nice infield plays to retire the first 2 flash batters here in the first. Stockton from Kentucky Wesleyan started as a freshman. Now Hayden Jones, one of the top hitters in the league, stands in with 2 out, nobody on. Zapper down the third base line. It will roll foul. I believe he told me he's heading to Brescia College after 1 year at Middle Tennessee State University. He is also from Campbellsville, Kentucky. Of course, Campbellsville University is there. No. You won. No. Vaught delivers out to right field. Back goes Sargent. And I think he makes the catch in between the catcher and the umpire. He does. For out number 3, a 3 up, 3 down inning for Peyton Vaught after the Rhythm score 3 in the top half of the first. And back to get the Old Hickory Sticks going. We'll be right back.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
9-1-2 due up for Full Count in the second. We're playing a 9-inning ball game here, or at least that's what it's scheduled. So Elijah Stockton, and then Nolan Sargent, and then John Paul Head due up. We are on the banks of the Ohio River here in Henderson, Kentucky. Right across the river is Evansville, Indiana. Stockton, a Panther at Kentucky Wesleyan from Gallatin. He thought about swinging at the first pitch, didn't, and called strike on the outside corner. Trying to figure out what that camera's actually focusing on. Another pitch outside, but a little too far out. Elijah playing his 19th game of the year. He's got 3 doubles. Squaring around the bunt. You got to push it down the third base line, and it's going to kick. And Elijah Stockton has a bunt single that checked up right on the grass like a nice little sandwich. So a bunt single. He squared around early.
And number 11,
Nolan Sargent, who swung at the first pitch that he saw out of the hand of Evan Bloomer, and rolled one right down the first base line. Went down into the right field corner, and he slid in with a Dudak Communications double. John Paul Head followed up with a line drive out to right field for another double. Nice stop there by Andrew Lee, the catcher. And that was the first 2 pitches delivered by Bloomer. I was hoping that the pitcher would be a little more in focus. Takes a look at a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. May have to go in between innings to put it back on the auto focus and see what happens. I just think it's going to focus right there on that net. Over to the Jones, third and a second, and they just went around the horn and got a 5-4-3 double play. Sargent hustled down that line, but the first base umpire punched him out. And the leadoff bunt is erased on the 5-4-3 double play. John Paul waiting for Nolan Sargent to hustle off. John Paul leads the OVL now in doubles with 9 or 10, make it with his first pitch. Umpire thought he was going to get hit again with that. Ball in the dirt. Hayden Jones down at third base. He and John Paul were tied with 9 coming into today's action. Had the DH today, fouls that one back. Got a few of you watching on Facebook today. Paula Sims checked in on Facebook, as has Jay Meyer. Swing and a miss. Bloomer stepping on a fastball there. Possibly the final time that the Rhythm come to Henderson this year. Another one down that right field line, but it will get out of play. A AAA autoglass foul ball just past the batting cages down by the restrooms. We got a ball and 2 strikes. Scoreboard says 0-2. Missed that first pitch in the dirt. The 1-2 pitch, another foul ball, AAA autoglass. Foul ball off to the right side behind the concession stand. Kevin Patton, our official scorer, he's getting him something to eat in between scoring plays. Find out what Kevin's chowing down on. Another foul ball straight back. Said he's having a pork chop sandwich. He said it's good. I'm waiting for the vendor to come around. That's nobody on. All out to right center field. Luis over. He's going to handle this one in front of Ray Cable. For out number 3. Elijah Stockton with a bunt single to begin the inning, but a 5-4-3 double play erased him. John Paul flies out to center field. 3 batters. Tired ultimately by Evan Bloomer, who hits the bottom of the second. Rhythm with a 3-run top of the first lead, 3-0. Listen, the full count broadcast network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. 4, 5, and 6 to face Peyton Vaught at the bottom of the second inning. Some Sparks, Braden Gable, and Colton Evans. Jackson Sparks had his first appearance of the year with the Henderson Flash back last Wednesday. His first at bat delivered a 3-run home run. Sorry, a solo home run. His second at bat had a bases loaded triple. His first 2 at bats, 2 hits. He has not had a hit since. That freshman to Indiana State. Left-handed hitter from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Good face. Take spot. Pitch. This is outside. That's a little trouble with getting ahead in the count. Two-0 again. Thank you, Eric. Now, if I get that turned up. I have those issues up here at Henderson. I'm not sure if I have it other places. Fastball swung over the top of by Sparks. How's that, Eric? Is that any better? That ball is short. Karen stays down. Well, that's a high throw, but Nate Webb's tall young man, 6'3", and he makes the catch about neck high for out number one. Now Braden Gable, right fielder from Lee University, Kennesaw, Georgia, steps to the plate. Gable playing in his 23rd game of the year, comes in hitting .221. Couple of doubles, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Takes a breaking pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Flash now with 24 home runs on the year. Full count 26. There, Vaught must have heard me. Got ahead of Gable here, 0-2. The right fielder with Colton Evans, the first baseman, on deck. 0-2 is high. Our home plate umpire truck. Just in case Aaron Beeman missed that one. Getting some instructions from lady in the stands. I don't think that's what she was talking about right there. A swing and a miss. And a Safeway strikeout for out number 2. First strikeout of the ball game for Peyton Vaught. And now Colton Evans comes to the plate. Evans a late ad as well, 5'11", 180-pound senior at Carson Newman. He's from right here in Henderson. Takes the ball inside. Evans playing in his 11th game of the year. Hitting .229. That was 2 balls, no strikes on him. 8 hits. He does not have an extra base hit in his 10 games played. We've almost strike count. Peyton Vaught wants a new baseball. That one's not doing what he wants it to do. Jackson Pruitt on deck in case Evans reaches. Colton was walked 3 times. Then plunked 3 times as well. 3-0 pitch is down low. 4-pitch walk puts Henderson Flash, first base runner of the ball game. Vaught has had some issues with control in his 19 2/3 innings prior to this game. Has walked 18 batters. He's also hit 4. 22 strikeouts in the 19 2/3. Now he faces Jackson Pruitt, the second baseman. And that one gets out of the glove of Beeman. That will head to the backstop. I would think that's a pass ball, but we'll have to see what Kevin Patton says. He is the official scorer. From LSU Eunice, hometown in Fort Smith. Backhanded by Stockton. His throw to first is light. I would assume that's an infield single. Down the third goes Evans. Now runners at the corners. Let's see. Again, he called that a wild pitch on Evans moving to second. It was high, but it looked to me like it hit it right in the glove. The 2 outs, Andrew Lee, catcher for the Flash, a long time catcher. Looks at ball low and away. And Pruitt is awarded an infield single. I agree with that. Tough play by Stockton on the backhand. See if he takes off from first. He does not. And again, another ball. It gets out of the glove of Beeman. Runner moves down to second base. That is a pass ball. See how they roll that. Again. Yep, he said final pitch. Again, not a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. And 2-1. Evan, comments about the microphone not being up. Lifted out to center field, but Charlie Bozeman doesn't have to move to make the catch for out number 3. Bought strands 2 runners, 1 walk, 1 single. No errors in the inning after 2. The Rhythm lead 3-0. We're going to the top of the 3rd. See if we can work on this volume issue that we have. Be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Into the top of the 3rd inning. Devin McCarron, 3-hole hitter, will lead off for Rhythm. Hit his 2nd home run of the year. It was a 3-run bomb over the right field fence. Swings at the first pitch and fouls this one straight back. AAA autoglass foul ball.
Cameron.
Karen playing in his 14th game of the year. Came in hitting .353. 4 doubles now. He's got 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. Swings again and fouls it off. Good-looking player playing shortstop. I think that's what Mercer is hoping to turn him into down there in Georgia. Played all over the place for Greg Dennis over at Chattanooga State. A lot of outfield. And swings and misses at the breaking pitch. Down on strikes. 2nd strikeout of the ball game by Evan Bloomer.
Now batting.
Jake Merrick had a little infield single, ground ball to the shortstop, Hunter Vaughn. Beat it out. Takes a pitch right down the can for a called strike. Full count with 6 hits already in the ball game. 5 of those in the 1st inning. Merrick apparently standing way too close to the plate. That nearly hit his elbow, and it's a called strike. I'm hoping the volume has gone up now. Never had it any higher as Merrick gets a piece of that one. And the umpire going to have to go chase that one himself again. Some things I just don't understand. Jake from UAB, he and teammate John Paul Head. Jake's from Knoxville Farragut High School. John Paul from a little closer to Birmingham. He's from Vestavia Hills. 1-2 pitch. That clicked something. I think that clicked the bat. I think he's out. I think it clicked the end of the bat and went right into the catcher's glove. And that's strike 3. It's a foul ball into the mitt. And I don't know if the only thing that could have been Jake's that would help Jake is if that hit off of his body. But if it hits off of the end of the knob of the bat as he was choked up, it went right into Andrew Lee's mitt. That's strike 3. The Bloomer struck out first 2, and Bozeman swings at the first pitch, and AAA Autographs foul ball off the roof of the concession stand. Nice play by a fan over there. So muffled. Well, now you're getting into some crazy territory now. Swing and a miss. Bloomer coming back. Apparently with a little anger here in the third inning after the Rhythm scored 3. The first 3 batters that came to the plate in the top of the first. Bozeman flew out to center field his first time up. That was about... That is Chin. He has to pull the moneymaker out of the way. One, 2, down in the dirt. The pitching coach, Logan Haslam, will come over and pick that ball up. Let's get the right count. 2-2. Ball's well head at the center field. Dane DeWeese over into right center field, able to make the catch for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning for a full count. A couple of strikeouts and a fly out. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Rhythm lead 3-0. The Fulton Railroaders playing at Paducah tonight. Hoptown Hoppers at the Madisonville Miners.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Got it made a change. Let's see if that's any better. On the focus. Trial and error. Each venue is different. I'm a one-man band and I'm not a technical expert by any means. Peyton Vaught back out for his third inning. Brendan Bergen, the DH. Number 9 hole batter stands in to lead off the third. Breaking pitch. It's at the letters for a called strike. It does seem to at least get the batter a little more in focus there. Maybe we're on to something. Pitch in the dirt. On deck man, Dane DeWeese will come over. Pick that baseball up. Suzanne Hall, Donna Slater, Paula Sims. Appreciate y'all out there and giving some feedback on Facebook. Eric Lamb on YouTube. And another strike taken by Bergen. Incoming freshman to Wabash Valley College's hometown is Harrisburg, Illinois. He lines one over the head of the umpire who's standing in foul territory. That will roll down to the corner. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hoppers leading the Miners 2-0 early. And I'm not sure what's going on with Fulton at Paducah. That game does not show as having started. Umpire moving again as the pitch nearly hit Bergen. I think he's gotten gun shy, our home plate umpire. So a young'un here, Brendan Bergen. Swinging and a miss on a high pitch out of the zone and a Safeware strikeout. Second of the game for Peyton Vaught. Safeware Solutions or Safeware Inc. provided the Framework Athletics Hospitality Pavilion the other day for the Hendersonville Firefighters Association. Appreciate all those folks. That ball is well struck out to right center field. Bozeman over, and he makes a running catch right at for the 340 sign. Nice play by Charlie for out number 2. DeWeese now over 2, grounded out to the right side. Nate Webb, first baseman, had to flip to Peyton Vaught for that out. Had to work hard for that first out. Worked hard for that one, Charlie Bozeman did. Great running catch. 2 up, 2 down here in the third. Hunter Vaughn, shortstop, takes a called strike. Safeware, our strikeout sponsor this year. Last year, they were our call of the bullpen. Turned that one over, and it stayed outside. Mike Harrell and his folks at Safeware Inc., driving force in protective safety equipment and responder industry. Yep, our umpire's gun shy. He had to pick that right foot up, thinking that Aaron Beeman wasn't going to catch that ball down in the dirt. It gets you our game time temperature at the knees for a called strike. 91 degrees, feels like 99 at game time. 6:36. Brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. Went by today. Picked up 3 shirts that I had her do some embroidery work, wearing my one that has the FC on it, the Full Count logo. And he went, and that's a Safeware strikeout to end the inning. Couple of strikeouts and a fly out in the bottom of the third for Full Count. Same for Bloomer against the Rhythm, hitting in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We are a third of the way through this game. It is going by quickly. Full Count with a 3-run lead. We'll head to the fourth. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler. proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Number 13, Aaron.
Aaron Beeman to lead off for a full count. Struck out in his first at-bat. Evan Bloomer still on the mound for the Flash as Beeman fouls the first pitch off. Aaron out of Asbury College, the Eagles. It's in Kentucky as swings over a changeup. 6'1", 190-pound rising junior from Franklin, Tennessee. Went to Centennial High School with Ryan Sweeney, son of Brian and Denise Beeman, brother to Andrew and Alec. Down in the count 0-2. And 3 more pitches and 3 more strikes for Beeman as he swung at a ball low and inside. That's the 4th strikeout, 3rd in the last 4 batters for Evan Bloomer. Gotten a little bit of help from a couple as Jake Merrick's strikeout was a foul ball off the bat handle. Now Parker Staborski rolled a single through the right side in the first. Parker playing in his 21st game of the year. Comes in hitting .228. Couple of doubles, triple, home run. Hits one high and deep to left center field. Back goes to Weiss, and he's going to watch that one sail out of here. Parker Staborski with a solo home run. His 2nd of the year at a 3-run homer at Madisonville last week. And it's just deposited his 2nd home run of the year over the left center field wall just to the left of the scoreboard. Puts the Rhythm up 4-0. He's 2 for 2. And now Nate Webb stands in. Love to see Nate Webb get a hold of one. Incoming freshman to Belmont University from Pope Prep. Looks at a ball at his shins for a called strike. It might have been a little low. I believe he's 6'3". That was not a strike. That one was. 6'3", 215-pound incoming freshman to Belmont. Son of Justin and Jennifer Webb. Big brother to Caroline. Baba and Gammy, they were, or at least Baba was here last time. They're from Gallatin. Mimi's grandma's also from Gallatin, and that's off the thumbs, but he muscles it out to center field for a base hit. Good job by Webb. Stay on that pitch, and back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats. It was now 8 hits in the game. Rhythm had 6 hits against Bloomer last week in 6 innings. They've got 8 hits and 3 1/3. Now Elijah Stockton laid down a bunt last time. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it over the head of Nolan Sargent, who walks to the on-deck area. Gonna have to have these guys come down and say howdy to their moms when they come. I've got the crowd mic to the left of my table, which is between me and the on-deck circle. Nolan, hey, when you come get that baseball, say howdy to your mom. As Stockton is now down in the count 0-2. After a strikeout to Beeman, Parker Staborski deposits one to the left of the scoreboard over the 340 sign in left center field. Stockton stays alive, fouls that breaking pitch off. Then Nate Webb muscles a base hit out to center field. Webb's 4th hit of the year, playing in his 9th game. Started out, had 2 hits in his first game as Stockton goes down swinging on a fastball. Now 5 strikeouts for Bloomer. Top of the lineup, Nolan Sargent 1 for 2. Double and grounded into a double play.
Nolan, Sargent.
Big hole on the right side with Colton Evans holding the runner on at first base. Sargent, a left-handed hitter, swings at that first pitch again. It's breaking pitch just over the top of that. Lights are on here at Bill Heath Field inside Atkinson Park in Henderson, Kentucky. Nolan Sargent heading to Cleveland State Community College after a year at Belmont University. Go over and play for head coach Aaron Bryant. Ground ball to first. It's knocked down. That'll be an easy play for Colton Evans to retire Sargent and the rhythm, but that's a Zach Williams Insurance Agency with Country Financial Insurance run scored there by Parker Staborski. Thanks to Zach Williams for supporting Full Count Rhythm Baseball. 4-0 is the score. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Well, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I looked at the weather app to see what was going on at Paducah with the Fulton Railroaders game, and I see lots of green going through Paducah. Problem is that green is heading toward Henderson, and I thought I felt some sprinkles. And I'm sitting outside, folks. So there is some covering, but it's not enough to keep me dry. I'm not worried about me so much as the equipment is the issue. There's 3, 4, and 5 due up. Off the end of the bat, Elijah Stockton cuts that off from going into right field. Hayden Jones, 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, he's now 0 for 2. So Madisonville, that's coming their way as well. So Kentucky getting hit with some life-sustaining rain here this evening. Jackson Sparks looks at ball 1 outside. Grounded out to short to begin the 2nd inning. Maybe we can get this game in, or at least 5 innings. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Surely we can get 5 innings in. Nice pitch there by Peyton Vaught. Not sure if he's got a place to land yet, and he just hasn't announced, or I'm just not in the loop. But being relied upon by Josh Carmen and Jimmy Gamboa as that ball's hit to the right side. Nate Webb gloves, and he's going to beat Sparks to the bag. Couple of incoming freshmen right there that will be competing in the Missouri Valley Conference. Nate Webb for the Belmont Bruins and Jackson Sparks with the Indiana State Sycamores. Couple of ground outs here in the 4th brings up Braden Gable. He struck out in the 2nd. Swings and fouls the first pitch off to the right side. AAA autographs, foul ball. Tim Ferguson, he checked in earlier, just now seeing it. Public address announcer for the Full Count Rhythm all year long, unless he's on vacation. Then he's dead to us. I'm just kidding. He was down at Panama City Beach rooting on his 10-year-old daughter in the World Series. I think they were playing Saipan, or maybe they were playing Bangladesh in the World Series. 0-2 pitch down low. Gable does not offer. So assuming that Paducah Fulton game has not started. Swing and a miss. He does offer here. In and out of the glove of Beeman. His throw down to first base. Completes the Safeware strikeout. Another 1-2-3 inning. And the fourth strikeout of the game by Peyton Vaught. He has now retired 7 in a row. And that gets us through 4. Another inning, and we'll have a regulation game. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
All right, we got an umpires meeting here right now. I'm not sure if they're talking about weather or what. I just was talking to the home plate umpire a little bit in between innings. He's checking his weather app on the phone. And I would assume as the crew chief, whoever the first base umpire is, he came down, called the folks together. Don't know what they were talking about, but John Paul Head, the lead off, facing Evan Bloomer. First pitch goes down into the dirt, all natural surface here in Henderson. Rhythm actually is the only artificial turf, as J.D. Arndt, the head coach, is going to want to come out to talk to Evan Bloomer. This is not typical. J.D. is the head coach. He does not normally come out to chat with the pitchers. Actually doesn't come out to the mound hardly at all, but apparently he has some words of wisdom to impart to Evan Bloomer. He is facing the top hitter in the league. John Paul Head comes in with a .458 batting average. He's 1 for 2 in this game. Picked up his 10th double of the year. That leads the league, as does his batting average, as does runs scored of 41. Make it 42 now. Hits now with 55. That all leads the league. Home runs, 8. That's one more than Hayden Jones, the third baseman. For the Henderson Flash is 47 RBIs, tops in the league. His 31 walks is second in the league as he takes a pitch up around his chin. On base average, 576. This is hands down the best season by a Full Count Rhythm player in now the 5th year of Full Count. 2-0 pitch. He takes a hack at it, fouls it off to the right. Young man out of Vestavia Hills, Alabama, from UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. A Blazer. 6'1", 215-pound rising sophomore. 2-1 pitch. It's grounded to short. Vaughn Doesn't stay down on it, and Head will reach on an error. Vaughn pulled his glove up just a little bit too quickly, and that's the first error of the ball game. Head was hustling down, but routine play. If Vaughn picks that up. Now Devin McCarron stands in with a runner on, nobody out. Karen likes to swing at the first pitch. He does again. Another breaking pitch. Swung on and missed. He's 1 for 2 at a 3-run home run in the first. Struck out to lead off the third. 6 foot 205-pound junior from Smyrna, Tennessee. He's a creeker from Stewart's Creek. That's off the facade of the backstop. And he's down in the count 0-2. Parents Daryl and Amber McCarron's got a younger brother, Caden. Nana in Smyrna. Papa and Mimi are in Culleoka. Papa and Granny, they're in Smyrna. 55 games he played for Chattanooga State last year in the TCCAA. Collected 70 RBIs, 13 home runs, hit .368, one of the top hitters in the league. Of course, Walter State was the cream of the crop. Came in second at Grand Junction. There's a ground ball too short. Vaughn's going to get another chance. His hop throw over to second retires John Paul Head. McCarron reaches first base on a fielder's choice. Too slowly hit to turn 2 on that one. Now Jake Merrick will step in. He's 1 for 2. Been a while since Jake's gone yard. 3 home runs, 36 RBIs, came in hitting .355. Choking up, runner takes off. Pitch is a strike. Throw down to second, and not in time, and it's a century steal of second base. McCarron picks up a stolen bag, his second of the year. Century Steel, owned by Keith Hopper. Appreciate their support. All the Hoppers. Clem, Claude, and Cadiddle, as Jay says. Jake Merrick, he looks back at the dugout, shakes his head. 1 out, runner in scoring position. Charlie Bozeman, Jake Merrick's high school teammate in the on-deck area. McCarron a couple hops off a second. Bloomer delivers. That's up and in. A lot of connection points with the Full Count Rhythm roster, either college or high school. Braylon Hall, also a teammate with Jake Merrick and Charlie Bozeman at Farragut, 3-time state champions. Farragut won again even this last year, so they've won it 4 straight years. Just got a piece of that one, as almost hit it out of Andrew Lee's glove. Ava Dorn checked in earlier. Vanessa Dorn also. The whole Dorn family probably listening in on YouTube tonight. They came up here last year for the championship. McCarron takes off. Pitch is in the dirt, and McCarron gets in there safely, and I think our umpire's injured himself. He is reaching down and grabbing his right foot. He was backing up, making that call, and he's going to hobble out third base. I'm not sure if he pulled a calf muscle or not, but McCarron had a huge jump, but Andrew Lee with a snap throw down to third nearly got him. So now a runner at third with only 1 out and a 2-2 count to Merrick, infield in. Ball 3, Full Count Ministries full count. First of those in the ball game as we bat here in the top of the 5th inning. John Paul Head reached on an error. He was erased on a fielder's choice. McCarron took his spot, stole second, stole third. The full count pitch. Full count, first pitch, foul ball. Charlie Bozeman will retrieve. Bloomer delivers. Strike 3 called. That's a good-looking pitch right there, and Jake Merrick just could not pull the trigger as he goes down looking. Second time he struck out today. 6 strikeout by Evan Bloomer, and now 2 outs with that runner at third base. A little harder to score him. Bozeman 0 for 2. Smashes one foul over the third base dugout. Souvenir for some lucky fans. A couple of guys go after it. Oh, Hayden Choate's going to beat both of them to it, both of the young guys. He's holding out his hand and says, "Relax, guys, I got it." That Bozeman hits another fly ball to center field. Dane DeWeese back, and he's under it and makes the catch for out number 3. Rhythm cannot cash in on the error to lead off the inning as Bloomer pitches around it. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th as that's completed if the Rhythm lead. Well, either way, and that's completed if one team's ahead of the other. It's going to be an official game at that point. We'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your...
Little wet finger again. Drinking my water, and that computer just doesn't like it when your hand's got a little perspiration on it. It's like a fat finger is what it turns into. I need my wife here on away games. She doesn't ever make those mistakes. We'll be back home on Saturday for the final home game of the regular season. And then it'll be off on Sunday as the play-in games will occur, weather permitting, on Sunday. Whoever comes out of those will then take on the first and second place seeds. And I believe Full Count with a win here today can wrap up first place in the Ohio Valley League. Colton Evans, Jackson Pruitt, Andrew Lee to face Peyton Vaught in his 5th inning. And that pitch right there works pretty well for Vaught, leading off a batter. A little slider, comes back with it again, and it's swung on and missed. Vaught last pitched 5 days ago against the Hoptown Hoppers. Start went 5 innings. Gave up 4 hits, did not allow a run, walked 2, struck out 2. Did plunk a batter. Did not get the decision. That's the game that Hoptown ended up scoring 5 runs in that 6th inning. Came with 2 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. Beat Full Count 9-1 at home. Two balls, 2 strikes. Line drive out to right center field. That's down. And Bozeman will cut it off, but Evans going to reach second base as the ball's cut off. A leadoff double for the Flash. Second hit of the ball game for Henderson.
Now batting number 6.
Evans been on base both times he's come to the plate. He walked in the second inning and doubled. Now here in the fifth. Tried to find the Henderson Flash broadcast yesterday. Somebody told me to go to their radio station. I think it's WSON, and somehow or another I couldn't come up with it. So I'm guessing there's probably some Henderson Flash fans that are watching here on the Full Count Broadcast Network. We're happy to have you here. Glad to provide a service for anybody and everybody who wants to watch their son, their grandson, nephew, friend, neighbor, whatever, boyfriend. Watch them play a little summer league baseball. That's a ground ball, base hit in the right field. Nolan Sargent charges. And they're going to hold the runner at third. Now runners at the corners with nobody out. The back-to-back hits. Pruitt now 2 for 2 in the game. He goes opposite field. Now the 8-hole hitter, Andrew Lee, steps in. Flew out to center field. His first at-bat from Loyola University, Lafayette, Louisiana. This is at least his third year to play with the Henderson Flash. Swings over a slider for strike one. Some people call him Andy. I just heard a lady call him Drew. On the score sheet, it says Andrew. Playing in his 16th game of the year. He's catcher. Takes a ball down low. This doesn't seem right. But it's showing that he only has 4 hits on the season. And they're all singles. Sometimes they combine stats with somebody else, but pops this one up in the infield. No infield fly roll. Elijah Stockton knows how to catch a pop up and does for out number 1. Now double play gets the rhythm out of the inning. Brendan Bergen, the DH, struck out to lead off the third. Young incoming freshman to Wabash Valley Community College. I think it's just called college, but it's a 2-year JUCO. Fouls that one straight back. Vaught challenging the young Flash player. Throw over to first and tag by Webb. Pruitt just back in time. Bergen playing his 11th game. He has 4 hits, 3 singles and a double. The lines went out to Nolan Sargent. Has to go back, and Sargent can't get this one. It's over his head. 1 run will score. And hits the cutoff man. And Elijah Stockton will run it in as Bergen picks up an RBI double. And there's the first run scored. I think Nolan Sargent was frozen on that line drive. He thought it was going to be right at him. And then realized he had to jump at the very end. And he didn't jump high enough. 3 hits now in the inning. And the Flash now within 3. The leadoff batter, Dane DeWeese, is over 2, stands in. He looks at a called strike on the inside corner. Jackson Pruitt at third. Brendan Bergen with the second double of the inning out at second base. No conventional double play in order here. Vaught going to be looking for a strikeout. They're going to check with the base umpire to see if he went on that swing, and he did not. Vaught comes set and delivers. That ball gets by Beeman. He might have a play to Vaught, and the tag, not in time. Vaught has the ball, but again, the ball that comes out of Beeman's glove, not in the dirt. Let's see how Kevin Patton scores that one. Bang, bang play at the plate, but Vaught caught the ball just a little bit too far onto the plate. I would rule that a pass ball. Until you put Kevin Patton together with the Paducah Chiefs scorekeeper, and they would butt heads all night long. I'd have a couple pass balls already, and he rules that a wild pitch. And that's ball 4. And Vaught has run into some trouble. Let's see if Jimmy Gambo, the pitching coach, comes out of the dugout. And there he is. Jimmy Gambo, the second-year pitching coach. Those pitches are just a little inside, but for some reason, Aaron Beeman is not turning his glove over, turning his hand over. And he's almost like he's trying to catch it backhanded, and it keeps popping out of his glove and getting to the backstop. But official score here rolled that a wild pitch. I think that's 3 wild pitches that he's charged. Second walk of the game by Vaught, as that puts runners at the corners. 1 out, 2 runs in. He's looking at the Paducah Chief game yesterday and listening to the game on radio, so I had the broadcaster's description. It was not matching the scorekeeper's scoring. As the runner was taken off with that pitch, it was fouled straight back. He'll have to come back. I hear ball in the dirt, and next thing I'd see is pass ball. And I also heard base hit in the right center field, and it showed up as an error on the center fielder. He took a hit away from his own player. Hunter Vaughn at the plate. 0 for 2. Throw over to first. Back in time is DeWeese. Not sure if that was a rumble of thunder or what I heard there. It is cooling off. Another throwback. DeWeese back in time. He is apparently wanting to go. See if he throws over again. He does not, and DeWeese stays put, pitches down low. Ball and a strike. DeWeese 3 for 3 in stolen bases in his short time with the Flash. First year the full count was in the league. They led the league back in 2021. Doesn't go here. Lined over the head of Jake Merrick. That's going to score another run. Hunter Vaughn just got enough of that one to get it into left field and over the head of Jake Merrick. Down to second goes DeWeese. And the 4-run lead that full count had coming into the inning now down to 1 as Josh Carmen out of the dugout. And we'll have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. We'll be right back after this short break.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen for Full Count. Braylon Hall from Lee University, 6'2", 170-pound right-hander on the mound in relief of Peyton Vaught. He's a rising sophomore from Farragut High School in Knoxville, Tennessee. Son of Scott and Suzanne Hall, and the grandson of Nana in Lenore City. That is a good bit of rumble there. Braylon on for his 10th appearance of the year. He's delivered 16 innings in those previous 9 appearances. Given up 13 hits, 7 runs. 5 of those are earned. Walked 10, struck out 11, has plunked 8 batters. That leads the squad. And an 0-1 record with 1 save, 2.81 ERA on for his 10th appearance. Now, 5 pitchers, let's make it 6 pitchers for Full Count with double-digit appearances. And he's going to come on with runners at first and second and 1 out and face one of the top hitters in the league, Hayden Jones. Clay Bolin, the general manager of the Henderson Flash, coming into your view right now. He's coming over to talk to the umpires. The head coaches are over there as well. Josh Carmen and J.D. Arndt, who's the third base coach. I'm not sure if there's lightning in the area or not, but we'll see if there are showers in the vicinity. So it may be that I do not have a tarp. I did not bring a tarp as we sit outside. So bad move on my part. Looks like we're going to continue to play as Hayden Jones stands in. He leads their club in hitting, came in hitting .379. And the tying run on at second base, he has to hop out of the way of the inside pitch for ball 1. Three for 4 in his last game against Hoptown. They were all singles. Nice stop there by Beeman on a pitch in the dirt. Comes in with 7 home runs. He's got 3 games where he's hit 2 each. And now Hall's gone 3 balls and no strikes to Hayden Jones with Jackson Sparks on deck. Sparks has delivered before us. And now we're going to 3-0, and we're going to have a delay at 8:02. So 8:02, we will go to a lightning delay. I see it off to the right here on a 3-0 count to Hayden Jones. And I would assume that with this lightning comes some rain. Let me check the radar And there's some thunder. If I had a tarp, I could leave it up. But I don't have a tarp. I can't let it get wet. And so, folks, I might have to make the command decision to go ahead and shut the stream off. And save the equipment. So at least a 30-minute lightning delay. There looks like a pretty good cell coming here in just about probably in that 30 minutes. I'm not sure if they have a full tarp. If it is, it's down the left field line. I can't see it. It's out of my view. But I think what I'll do is I'll probably shut it down. If there's a chance that I can come back, then I'll do it. But, folks, I have to check Game Changer and see how this one closes out. So I apologize. Nothing I can do about it, but I don't have access into the press box here at Henderson. And so let me put the little announcement up. Indicates we are in a weather delay. Don't have anybody climbing on the or sliding on the tarp. I'm going to shut the stream down. So we'll be back on the air tomorrow at Hoptown, weather permitting. There is some cover there, so I'm not sure if this weather is going to continue like this all week. It very well may. The Rhythm, please come back. Suzanne, I know your son's out there on the mound. The problem is putting it up, taking it down, putting it back up, and taking it down is not a small order of business. So if you might try to see if you can go on WSON, maybe they've got a video. I see, and it may be on Facebook. I was not able to find it yesterday on the Henderson deal, but somebody has said it's there. I just didn't want to keep on fighting, and may have been trying to put you got to put your name and all that stuff in there. But tell you what, hang on just a second. I'm going to check with Kevin Patton to see. Kevin, how do people find that Henderson broadcast? Do you know? I tried it yesterday, and I thought somebody said go to the radio station, WSON, but I went there, and it didn't look like there was an easy way to get on it. And I know it's not on Henderson's website, so do you know how to get it? Because they're broadcasting it. Sure. Okay, we're going to see if we can find you a way to get on there, but I just can't keep all this equipment out here because I think we're going to get. You think it's on YouTube?
They also broadcast it on the Facebook page, but sometimes it gets, because of the music, it gets.
I mean, on Facebook. Let's see, Henderson. All right, folks, I got to shut it down. We'll be